Hello, thanks for all the likes. Yo. Okay. Today, got a few things going on today. I'm going to work on the elephant a little bit. Probably attach some of the trunk to the top here. Let that dry before I move on to anything else. But so this will be the trunk. So I'm wanting to attach this sort of here to begin with, and I can sort of work with it a little bit. I'm wondering if I should sort of try and bunch it first, like a pleat. Thank you for sharing. I'm wondering if I should try and pleat it a little bit first or not. I mean, I can probably do it. Okay. All right, probably have to paint it first, to be honest. But in the meantime, I attached these ears yesterday with some epoxy sculpt. So I'm wanting to sort of stick into the head today. So I'm just going to chop that a little bit. So when I paint it, I need to mix up the color that's going to match this. And yeah, I'll paint it before I do the trunk, I think. So I just want to glue this and then let it adhere to the head properly before I do that. I can sort of integrate it a bit better. So I'm just using a tacky fabric glue, and it takes a little bit to tack off. Thanks for all the likes. And I'll do a little more work on Shiranui as well. And oh yeah, I've got some painting to do, obviously on this one, and the leopard gecko that's ready for painting. So I attached the armature yesterday, so that's all ready to be painted. This dragon is still in the middle of sculpting, so I have to finish that at some point as well. Yeah, a few things on the go at the moment. This to stick. It takes a little bit, a couple of minutes for it to start getting a bit tacky, so it stays. But yeah, I did think about applying this to the head, but I don't think it'll look as good because I've sculpted all of the detail, like all of the wrinkling into it, and I just don't think it'll get that same wrinkling. So I'm going to attach this here with some glue. Tweezers. Of course, they're on the floor. You can do my cat too. I mean, I'll take a commission of one. Absolutely. This is so cool. Thank you. I am open for commissions. I don't regularly advertise it because sometimes it can get a bit too much. But yes, I've done lots of people's pets before. Okay. So I just attach a little bit of this glue, and I'm basically just going to attach it to the head and let it dry. Nothing fancy about that. Okay. So I'll probably leave that overnight to dry properly. Dragon update. Just get the glue off my fingers. I only did a little bit yesterday, so that's so far. Still got to work with the rest of the head because it's obviously too small and the rest here. But yeah, that's about it really. You sent a picture of your cat? No problem. Thank you. Teeth look good. Hey, Angie Rogers. A Diet Dr. I haven't had Dr. Pepper in a long time. Her sneeze. Gee, I don't even remember the last time I've had a Dr. Pepper. A long time. Not many people like the Dr. Peppers. It's a very controversial. Thanks. It's a very controversial drink, I think. Right. And a little bit of glue under here. I reckon. I might have to use a paper clip for that one. So I've got these like little tiny bulldog clips that come in handy if you need to close something. Stick it on there. Bro's looking at me like I did that to him. What am I doing? I am making an art doll. So I make art dolls. See, Mikey? You don't get it. What don't you get? So I make fake taxidermy pieces, basically. So I'm doing a Asian elephant for someone as a commission. So I'm just basically working on the ears at the moment. And then, yeah, I'll be doing a couple of things in this live, working on a couple of dolls. So I want to get these dolls done before fairly quickly because I want to get some Halloween dolls underway. And by the time I start Halloween dolls, I'm always too late. I never get them finished. So, you know, gotta work hard to finish these ones. Get another bulldog clip. Another little one. Use this to close. Radio. Yeah, a bit of an acquired taste, I think. All right. Where are my tweezers? Oops. To get no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Get this little bit to come over here. Okay, little bit of this off. Fiddly. Got no nails to pinch. Dart in here, gets rid of this excess bit here. Okay. Do you have any dog ones? All the dog ones that I have made are sold, but I do take commissions. So I've done a bunch of people's pets. But yeah, all the dog ones that I've done are sold. I actually have one African hunting dog, though, if it's not technically a domestic dog, but that's the closest thing I have to a dog at the moment. So that one is looking for a home. I'm a cat person. You want to see it? Sure, I'll just stick this down and I'll grab it. Give me a second. It's about this size as well. Just wait till this tucks off. Hang on a second. You made a monster art doll a long time ago. It had horns and hair. Oh, nice. I haven't made a lot of monster ones before. I just made the one from for Halloween last year, which I quite enjoyed doing. All right, I think that should be good to sit for a minute. All right, I grabbed the hunting dog. So that's the African hunting dog. Thank you for the follow. So this fur was so difficult to make. I sewed in all of these white spots by hand, and they gave me blisters. So this one I think is $5.80 US, but I do offer payment plans. So this one took a long time to make because of that really specific fur. It took about 30 hours to make this one. It was just really complex fur. But yeah, it's your favorite animal? Yeah, they're pretty cool. So I had like the biggest blister on my finger after this one. But yeah, I do offer payment plans. So I try to be pretty flexible, but he's got a really cute face. Mini. Yeah. Got glass eyes as well. So super cute. But man, that fur. Let's not do that again. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, so basically with the white, like I cut out little circles for where I wanted the white to go, and then sewed all the white spots in my hand. So it was a big task, but turned out pretty good. Okay. Awkward angle. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, I think I'm going to do I'm going to try doing a couple of conventions next year. Just see how we go with that. I've done one before, which, it's draining. Thanks for the follow. They're draining. I'm not a huge fan of conventions. So I'm thinking of doing Supernova. I've done Supernova once before. I'm thinking of doing that again. I think that's in April. I think it's April. It's April or June. I'm not sure. And then I'm thinking of doing Comic-Con. I don't know about that one yet. That is either... When is that one? June or July or something? And then I'm going to try to get into the Oddities one again. I tried to get into the Oddities Expo this year, but they didn't give me a spot. So I'll try again next year. They didn't give me a vendor spot, so I'll try again next year. But I think that one would be like my main one that I'm going to try. Yeah. Not that I'm a huge fan of... I'm an introvert. I don't like that stuff. Okay. A bit more here. All right, I'm going to leave this to dry. The Lorax. I try to steer away from copyrighted characters unless I'm making it for myself. Sometimes they can be like, I can't sell it because the production companies are pretty heavy on the cease and desist things. Especially Disney and what else? Surprisingly, Puma. Yeah, they're pretty heavy on the copyright laws. They'll send out cease and desist letters like they're candy. All right, I'll let that dry. And then the next step is painting. I'm going to let the ears dry. And see if I have another clip to clip this one here. A little baby clip. It's the cutest clip ever. Where was it? Okay. So I've got some bulldog clips to keep it dry. I'll attach that once I've painted all of this and the feet. So it'll be good to go, I think. All right. Next, what should we do next? A little more felting, I think. Okay. So basically I need to work on the leg areas. So, oh really? Did you have that same name on like Instagram? I feel like I recognize your name. Kota. I feel like I recognize your name. All right, so got, just putting that back. Must be, yeah. Okay. You in my last live? Welcome back. We're doing some more Shiranui felting, I think. Just get my reference image up so we can look. We'll put that over here. Now, what we need to do is I'm going to build up the leg sections here. Not going to add much to this. Okay. Hello, how are you? Welcome back. Okay. Build up some shoulders. So I'm thinking I'm going to do, I have to experiment with how I'm going to do like those little wave things up here. I could possibly needle felt it, but because they're quite long, I just have to think about if I like sew a piece and like style it with maybe like glue or something. Thank you so much for the share. Okay, so we're just going to do, I like to sort of work on this muscle tone of the legs after I've done this main bit, and then I can sort of bulk out this bit a little bit more to, you know, make sure it's nice and incorporated, look even. So generally I've got to make it a little bit smaller because when you add the fur, it obviously bulks it out again. Oh, thank you for all the, what is that? Popular. Go popular. Thank you. And the heart me. Thank you. Shucks. Oh. Spoiled. Okay. I don't know where I'm going to put this one. I've got like a little display thing here, which is kind of full. And it's such a big doll. Whoopsie. I wanted to make a small doll and it just turned out really big. As usual. What do I do with the guts and bits? Wasn't me, mate. These are all fake. Oh, yeah, no. Nah, I couldn't do that. I'm not into guts and stuff. Yeah, no. Not for me. This is a clean version. What animal? So I don't know if you're familiar with the game Okami, but I'm doing Shiranui, which is a wolf from Okami. So, oh, thank you so much for the gifts. All right. Yeah, that's good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so this is Shiranui from Okami. So I'm just building up the body here. But yeah, you know, I've got a whole lot of things on. My little leopard gecko, which I'd like to start painting soon. You know, there's so many things going on. Thanks for all the likes, guys. You know that game? Yeah, I love that game. It's like my favorite. It's one of my favorite games. It's fakeodermy. All fake. So they're called artdolls. I like to call them like fake taxidermy. Fake taxidermy. But yeah, I do a whole range of things. Working on a bunch of different dolls at the moment. Caillou. Oh. So basically this stage is needle felting kind of a form. It's very similar to taxidermy in the way it's like put together. So this will be like, they use like a foam form. I'm not into the like the taxidermy. Am I done with the back? No, I have to do sewing on it. I thought sewing is really boring. So I was going to do like the sewing off camera. It's just like monotonous, boring. It's not, it doesn't give good content. You're interested in contacting the creator? Yeah, shoot me a message. Let me know what you're thinking. But it's not far off. I've got to do like half of one side and half of the other. And then I need to put like the fur on the face. But yeah. I haven't done it. I haven't finished just yet. It's just me doing this. So I thought that would be really boring. Okay. So I'm trying to like do little bits and pieces of everything. I mean, I could probably do like one side of the sewing before it gets boring. But yeah, I'm kind of, I do want to get that done to give it to the bat rescue. And then I'd like to start the other one for the Halloween dolls. So basically I'm trying to build up a muscle mass here. I'm going to leave this fairly thin because when I apply that fur, it gets quite thick. I'm finding it, even though I've done this for so long, I'm finding it's too thick and I'm always having to pull some off. So yeah, generally put too much on. I should put less on and add more if I need to. And I don't needle felt this very tight either. So normally with needle felting, like you just poke until it's a nice solid mass. But yeah, you know. So I think I'll probably leave that bit as it is. I think it's good shape, and I can you know, refine it a little bit more once I sew the body on. But yeah, it's coming together. Obviously I have to bulk this bit up, but what I'm going to do is do obviously the shoulder blades a bit more and then add on top of that, and also do, I don't know, what's this muscle called? Knee? That's technically their knee. This little bit. Do I? Yeah, no. Duke of Whiskers. I do still have Duke of Whiskers. I'm making another one. But yeah, Duke of Whiskers. They're still looking for home, and Madame Tippy Toes still looking for a home. But yeah, I'm making another one. Okay, so for this knee muscle, knee joint, I should say, I'm gonna roll it into like a little, I don't know what you call it, cylinder. Exactly, you don't want kankies. Okay. Yeah, I'm finding like the kankies are real lately. I just yeah, I think you need to just needle felt it a little bit thinner than what you would normally do. You can always bulk up areas, but yeah, I'm finding it, I go a bit overboard with that. So I got to reel myself back in, and it's the same with sculpting a head. If you're going to apply faux fur over it, you've got to sculpt bits and pieces a bit shorter. Same with the elephant. Like I had to sculpt that weirdly. So yeah, thanks for all the likes. This needle is like hanging on by dear life. It's like got such an angle on it. It's lasted the test of time. They snap so much. I've got a whole bag of them, but this one's just like, you know, slowly. It's hanging in there. It's hanging in there. I don't think it's going to hang in there for much longer. It's like a V. Okay. These ones are always tricky to get right, I find, for some reason. I'll just do a little bit of this and then I'll work on something else. I don't know, what should we work on? We've got the medieval cat. We've got the crystal stag. I do need to do some tests with the resin that I bought. Elephant's drying. Could do more sculpting on the dragon. Oh yeah, I know. It's down here. It's all good. I've done it many times though. What's the weird, most weird and funny? Well, I made a proboscis monkey, so I guess that's one of the weirdest ones. And have I ever made a horse? No, I actually haven't. I don't know why. No one's ever ordered a horse before, and like I've never done the horse. I should. There's so many people are asking to do a horse. Oh, a good one. I think the most funny would be my action cats, I guess. The pooping cat. The medieval cats are pretty funny. I found them comical. It tickled my humor. It tickled my humor making them. But yeah, probably my action cats. The pooping one was good, I think. It's like quality. A quality product. A masterpiece. All right, so this needs to be quite thick. I'm just going to go in whole hag with a big piece. Pooping cat's the best. Thanks for the follow. Isabella, I think that says. Hi. Yeah, I don't know. Pooping cats. I think the next one, so I'm going to do some more action cats too. And the next 3 that I'm going to do is spewing, licking, and sneezing. So I think that's going to be an interesting set as well. I don't know when I'll get to start those because I want to work on the Halloween dolls. But I think after the Halloween dolls, I'll do it. Hello, how are you? But yeah. And I'm going to keep adding to the action cat, to the medieval cats as well. So I do a lot of stop motion, like a whole stop motion story with them. So I'll keep adding to that. They're funny. I don't think I've laughed as much making those weird stop motions. But I thought about adding a medieval dog to it because I had a lot of dog people asking for a medieval dog. Like if I was going to do one, I'm like, oh, I guess. Have you accidentally mixed a fake cat with a real one? I mean, I don't have access to a real cat skin, I guess. No, I don't use any animal products. So that's easily avoidable. Okay. Make this a bit flatter. Sometimes this can get really boring. And I sort of like go to the next project. This is why we have multiple things on the go. Because of this. But it just makes the body like that much more realistic. Like the form is a bit more realistic. So this is why I do the needle felting. If you decorate your house for Halloween, you should put the Halloween cat. I've got one Halloween cat. It's a little black cat with orange eyes, obviously. And a little witch's hat. But I made I'll show you what I made for last year's Halloween. It's really cool. Oopsie. I'll show you. This one, I made this for last year's Halloween. So this YouTube is my head. And then, yeah, I made this one for last year's Halloween. So it's really big. But yeah, it's the first skull that I sculpted, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I wanted to make a bit more. I wanted to make like a few more skulls and put them in like glass domes because I think this guy's really cool. I really enjoyed sculpting this. It was really different, and it was actually, I did make it movable, but because of the way I had to glue it shut, it sort of restricts it too much now, so it's not movable anymore. But it was movable. It was pretty good too. But yeah, just because of the way I had to glue this on, it had to restrict it. So, you know, yeah. So maybe I could put that in the window or something. Take it out, walk around the streets with it. But yeah, it's a big one. It's cool. I didn't mean for it to turn out this big, but yeah, you know. Anyway. See ya. See ya. All right, let's go back to doing this little bit. But yeah, I think for this Halloween season, I'm wanting to do. I was thinking of doing a vampire cat, just to add to cats, you know. So yeah, I was thinking of maybe like obviously a black cat, you know, with little fangs and maybe some little wings or something. And then I was thinking of doing a Cerberus, but I don't reckon I would get that done in time. I think that's a bit ambitious one, but you know, it doesn't have to be for Halloween. And I wanted to do some experimenting with making butterflies and moths. So I thought I might go for, it's called a death head bark moth. Death head hawk moth. If you've seen Silence of the Lambs, it's that moth that's in the image. What do you call it? Trailer image, movie poster. Is that what it's called? But yeah. Anyway. Okay. The thing with this armature as well is sometimes it can sort of bulge out, which is a little frustrating. You have to keep pushing like the shoulder bits in to make it flat again. And yeah. How long have I been working on this one? Not too long, actually. I think it's been maybe like 10 hours. So not too bad. So generally my things take between 20 and 30 hours, just depending on the complexity of it. But this one's a pretty standard one. I probably spent the most amount of time on the face, getting the face ready. So yeah. The reptiles generally take a bit longer because of all like the scale work. So I'm working on a leopard gecko at the moment, so I'm going to have to do all the scales once I put the doll together. I'll do all the scales individually, and then I'll hand paint the body on it. Okay, so for the ankle, I'm just going to add a little more here. Just a tad. But yeah, they take a fair amount of time. If I do something with a movable jaw, then they generally take longer as well, because there's a lot of steps with it. The dragon that I'm working on, which is still not finished yet, I think I've spent maybe 3-4 hours on it so far. So sometimes they can take a long time to make. Jar. All right. Now, for this back end here, I like to put a little bit here as well, just to bulk it out a little bit, because it's sort of got a little shape to it on the back here. It comes down here, but you know, I'll fill most of it out when I attach the fur. I'd like to have a good solid base to begin with. to make it flat. So the armor just sort of comes up here. So sometimes it can bulge out a little bit. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good so far. So it needs a little bit more bulking here as well. But yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. All right. Do a little bit of bulking here. It's got a big bunch. And then I'll just do like this bit here, and then I'll move on to something else. I might do a little bit of work on the reflector. I mixed up a new batch of polymer clay with the same color because I ran out yesterday when I was sculpting it. So I mixed up a new batch. Are you needle felting? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I used to do a different method, you know, like maybe 6-7 years ago, where I'd sew the body first and then insert the armature and stuff it. But I find doing it this way, I can get a better shape to the body. So it takes longer, but I think the result is better. But yeah, it doesn't take as long as you think, because it's not like a traditional needle felting. What is that? What are you doing? I'm just using like a polyfill to needle felt it as opposed to using alpaca fiber. And I'm not going overboard with the felting. I'm leaving it pretty loose. So what am I doing? I make fake taxidermy basically, and I'm just up to the stage where I'm needle felting a body, so like a form. And then once the form is done, I will get some fake fur and basically sew a body like this. And then add any little details that we need to. So this one is a Zoomies cat, Zoomies face, hence that. You've done a lot of bleeding doing it. Yeah, I have poked myself a lot, but, you know, luckily I don't go overboard with the needle felting. Because that's super time consuming. But yeah. I can get away with not doing a huge amount. So talented. Oh, thank you. You have a good night too. Thanks. Whoa, this needle's going to snap soon. Just when you thought it couldn't get any bendier. All right. Try and do some like speed felting. So I like to drag my needle up, and it sort of makes the felting go a bit flatter, and you can sort of conform it a bit better. But of course the armature runs through here, so there's only a certain amount that you can do without running into that armature. And yeah, I'm going to go overboard. Again, I'm adding the faux fur over the top of it. So I'm just basically built up that muscle tone, the shoulder blade a little bit. And then let's do this bit here. I'll just do this bit here, and then I don't know, move on to something else. Maybe a little bit of the, where's my name? the reflector for Shiranui. I don't like leaving unbaked clay, like half-done sculptures laying around. So when you're using polymer clay, you have to condition it to be able to move it. It goes crumbly. So I find if it's been sitting around for too long, it starts to get a little bit more brittle if it's not baked. So I don't really like leaving things to sit around for a while. So I do want to try and finish what I've got sitting here. You love that colour? What colour? The chocolate colour? There's not a lot of colour going on here. Oh yeah, the chocolate Burmese. I used to have a chocolate Burmese. I've got a brown now, but yeah, chocolate Burmese I had when I was a kid. I think she got to 20-ish. So this is sort of like an homage to her. When, you know, Chucky Burmese, my favourite. But I've got a brown now, so I will eventually do a brown Burmese. But yeah, I don't think I could get another chocolate. I think there was just one, and that's it. Thanks for the share. Although she was a different type of chocolate, so like a chocolate, but you know, maybe I could get like a lighter chocolate. I don't know. These are amazing. Oh, thank you. No, she's just a fake cat, a fake kitty. I have two others. One's yawning and one's pooping. I also have medieval cats. Just because one cat's not enough. I'm trying to think of like another breed to do. So these cats are part of a series called Action Cats, where I make cats doing things. So I'm trying to think of the next breeds to do, or the next colours. I was originally supposed to include an orange cat with this lot, but so I didn't. So I think I might have to choose an orange cat. I've got the fur for it, like an orange tabby, I'm thinking. And yeah, I'm not too sure about the next ones. I haven't decided. Usually with these ones, I just sort of went with the flow as I was sculpting it and sort of decide then what breed it's going to be, what colour. I'd like to do one of those, those torties that have like half colours, like half black and half orange. That's cool. Exactly. You always need more than one. All right, I've just finished doing this bit here, and then let's do something else. Yeah, many times. It's not the worst injury I've had, but yeah, many times. In fact, thankfully not too bad. Like, there's not much there's only so far it can go. It's only so far it can go. And it's only small. So not a huge deal. It's the blades you've got to worry about. Get a bit flatter. But I generally don't have my hand, close to it anyway. Like I have to hold it anyway, so generally not near the needle. Unless I'm doing like something really specific and fine, which I generally don't have to do. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that a little bit better. Okay, so that's looking good. I could possibly just leave it as that until I put the fur on. Just clean that up a little bit. It's looking good. Probably just need a little more volume here. The cat is scared stiff. Well, there's a bigger thing next to it. I said so big. I didn't mean that. So I could possibly do with bulking out like a tiny bit here. and then that should be ready for some fur. But yeah, she's looking good so far. Got my flying fox here too. I'm not going to do sewing on this because I hate sewing. But I have sewn this bit here. I could sew. I could do some sewing, but I don't want to. Anyway, that's my flying fox so far. So it needs to be sewn up, finished sewn up. So I do all of that. And then I'm going to add the polyfill inside of it. And I'll add the fur to the head too. And then that will be finished. But yeah, that's my little flying fox so far. It's a bit flat at the moment, so I do need to bulk it out. All right, so for the reflector, get the kitty out for some show and tell. Now, the reflector. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just sort of rolling out bits of clay to create the little flames, and then I'll add the details to it. I will clean this up though. But yeah, I just mixed up a whole batch of new ones. It's a flying fox, grey-headed flying fox. He needs a hat. What kind of hat? What hat would you like? A party hat? I haven't got a party hat. I've got a witch's hat. I have a little witch's hat. Or I do have a crown. I have a little witch's hat. I stole it off another cat. Is that good? Oh, I've got a crown. I don't know where the rest of my crowns have gone, actually. I do have a bunch of crowns somewhere. Not here, apparently. Does that suffice? It's getting into the spirit. Getting into the Halloween spirit. Okay, I'm gonna chop that off here. So just basically rolling a worm. I really need to clean the bench. Okay. Zoomies witch cat. Put it on the ear. Nah. Oh, that's kind of cute. I feel like it's that episode of The Simpsons where they gave Malibu Barbie a new hat. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little swirly thing. But she has a new hat. Whoop. Right, this one's not going to be as big. Thank you for the share. All right. That there. About there. So I'm going to chop that off there. I'm really just laying a foundation here. I will do some more work on this. should have really done these a bit thicker, but we'll work it out. Okay. Let's do this one as a small one. One more, pinch that, gets it in there. Sculpting flames. Okay. Yeah, let's put some flames up here. Thank you for all the likes. And then just do more flames up here. You thought it was a real cat. It's broken. Been cursed. Frozen in time. Actually a witch. So I'll try and get as much as this done, and then I'll do some more work on the dragon. Japanese dragon. All right. So we've got a couple of smaller ones. Just go around here. What should we name it? I didn't name these ones. I should, shouldn't I? Lily. I named my medieval cats, but I didn't name these ones. I couldn't think of a funny name. I used to name a lot of my dolls back in the day. But yeah, I haven't really done it for a while. Pekatoni sculpture with flames and Halloween theme. Gotta love those AI generated descriptions. So these like that. Cut that off there. Call her Paul. Like PAWS. I named one of my medieval cats Sir Claude, like Claude. I know I'm hilarious. It just comes naturally. Maybe one day I'll get this bench clean, my desk clean. Maybe one day. You have a sausage dog with this face every time I sit down for lunch. I can imagine. I can only imagine. Right. Put this. And cut that there. Not the black. Where did you even come from? That would be a good doll. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's do some planes. I love the cat switches hat. It doesn't belong. It's from I stole it from another cat, but someone said it needed a hat, so there we go. Oops. All right. Do a few more flames. I think these used to be really thin flames, actually. So here we go. Nice sunny day today. Would you believe? It was rain and sun and rain yesterday. Melbourne weather, right? You never know what you're going to get. We're getting there. I'll have to go in with this and refine everything. I'm just sort of getting it situated. I'll probably use my little spoon tool that I've got. Okay. I feel like that needs to be thinner. Okay. And this one. We're getting there. Obviously needs to be a lot more refined, but we're getting there. So do a flame here. I might actually just go over the top with this one because there and there. And then butt that up and chop that off. Corner here. Hey Herbert, how you going? Hello. Oh, welcome. Welcome to a weird part of the internet. I hope you enjoy. I make fake taxidermy pieces, if you're wondering. So I'm doing like a little reflector from a game, a character from a game called Okami. If there's a non-weird part, I know. Well, sometimes you get nice videos and everyone's just actually nice and supportive. There's been a few. They're rare, but there's been a few. Even that's weird. I suppose that makes it weird, right? I think this will look good once it's done. Oh, thank you for the share. Much appreciated. All right. Reckon we need one in there. The abnormal. I know, right? Exactly. If you're not weird, you're weird. What a time to be alive. Well, it's about time people embrace being weird, right? I myself is very weird. Being weird from day one. But all of a sudden, I don't feel weird anymore. Okay. And do some more flames in this bit, some thinner ones. It's trendy now. Being weird is trendy now. What about us people that we're called eccentric? back in, when it wasn't cool to be weird. I suppose that's a good thing about the internet, right? People are allowed to be weird now. You're not cool unless you pee your pants. Everybody's doing it. Sometimes I hope people get my references to some shows or movies. A lot of people don't get my references, but when they do, top quality humor. Okay. So I will do the refining on that at another stage, but it's looking pretty good. So it's got like rainbow sort of flames around it. So I think I'm going to sculpt it out of monster clay, which is a wax-based clay. Doesn't go hard, but you basically just for sculpting and then molding it in silicon. And then I think, I'm going to make a mold of it. We'll see how we go. It'll have to be like have a hollow because I'm going to put a mirror on the back of it because it's a reflector, so it's a mirror. So I've got some adhesive mirror. I don't know what it is. I haven't got it yet, but it's an adhesive mirror sort of paper. So I'm going to wait for it to come. The flame has to sort of come around. So I'll have to sculpt it around and then, I'll make a mold of it. And I'm going to use some transparent clear resin. And I have to do a few experiments first to get the right consistency of it. But it's kind of like a rainbow flame. So it's like flames in the middle and then it goes to green. Still a lot of work. I don't make things out of resin much anymore, but I can't think of another way to do it that would be transparent. So I think that's the deal. That's what we're going to have to do. It's for a personal project anyway, so, it'll look good. All right, I'll do some more refining on that, but it's looking good. So what I'll do is I usually do things with this tool or my loop tool. And I'll just make it a bit more. Yeah, I don't generally find things offensive these days. No, go ahead. As long as it's not putting people down, that's it. I think I'll use this one to make it sort of blend everything in because they're quite harsh lines. They're not round like this, but this is just really a base that we're working with here. Do I support myself with these projects? So I do sell them. I don't make enough to support myself, so I do work during the week, 3 days. I also have an almost 3-year-old, so that really limits it. But no, I'm a registered business. So, I make money off YouTube as well. Not much, but sometimes TikTok. Again, not much because we don't have the creator program here. Not that I'm got enough followers anyway. Not yet. But I would really like to support myself, but social media is really difficult to get your stuff out there. Like my posts don't get a great reach, nor do I have a lot of time to spend on making like fantastic high quality content. But when I first started, it was just a hobby. But it sort of got to a stage where I was earning a bit too much for it to be a hobby, and I wanted to buy things through wholesale, and there's certain things you need an ABN, which is a business number if you're not from Australia, Australian business number to be. So yeah, no, I pay taxes and stuff. Yeah, anyway, that's it for that one. I might do a little bit of work on my dragon. All right, so I'm just going to get my reference images. Okay. So what I want to do is build up these areas on the side a little bit. But yeah, my goal is to be able to support myself. So yeah, maybe next year I'm thinking about doing more cons or exhibits. Not exhibitions, but exhibits. Exactly. It's just really dependent on how my posts reach people, the right people, I should say. And it used to be quite good with Instagram, but since the old Zaki took over, it sucks now. And it's actually gotten better the last 6 months. The reach is better. So they've obviously changed the algorithm on it, maybe like the last 6 months. But yeah, it was good. But then Zaki took over and ruined it, and it's still ruined. So, is what it is, right? But yeah. So I'm like trying these lives, see if I like it. See if it does any good. All right. So sometimes the days are, the lives are good. Oh, thank you. Some days the lives are good and some days they're just really awful, where it just will not push anything out. Okay, so these weird invites. No, I don't want to join your live. That's another thing. I don't want to join your live. Get out. All right. So just bulking this. So obviously, it's too skinny on the side, obviously, you can see. So we need to bulk it out a bit. I'm just going to add a little bit more to this side. The lower jaw is baked. I pre-baked that one, but all this top half is not. So it's starting to get a little bit difficult to work with to stop the squishing, basically. Yeah, it was like, I don't know, someone, I don't know. I hate those matches. I'm just out here making stuff, all right? I don't want to match battle you. Get out. Match battle. I think I dislike battles. Exactly. I don't even know the point of it, to be honest. You're just like putting down the other person. That's the only battles that I've ever seen, is like putting down the other person. You can just use your regular oven. It's it's not special clay or anything. So it's not like earthenware, which you have to use a kiln. So things like terracotta, earthenware, porcelain, all that stuff you need a kiln for. But yeah, this is just polymer clay, so it's nothing too special. I did a little bit of work with the ears, so they need to dry before I move on to anything else, but I'm up to the painting for that one. So the next step is doing some painting. I just want to get those ears attached properly. And then, yeah, I'll paint the head and the feet, and then I'll attach the trunk. I don't think there's a downside. Like, it can get heavy and it can be expensive. They just keep upping the price of, I use Sculpey. They just keep upping the price of it and making the block smaller. Like, a block is tiny compared to, you know, what it was previously. So I buy them in like a bulk pack, and that's one. I'll show you one that I haven't opened. It's an older packaging. But the cheeky buggers made them smaller. That much smaller. That much smaller, the cheeky buggers. And charge more. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Cheeky. It's so small. Anyway. You can, there's air dry clay. There's air dry clay, but I don't like working with air dry clay. It's it shrinks a lot. And because I have a aluminium foil, I use that for the core, like a skull. When the air dry clay shrinks, it starts to crack, especially if there's someone microscope opportunity missed. Yeah, especially if there's something in the middle, it tends to crack. So, and a fan. And obviously you got a working time. This you can just put down and come back to it. But I don't like to leave things for too long. It just has a lot of detail that needs to be added, is all. So I'm not going to blend that just yet. Condition it. So with these polymer clays, you've got to condition it because when you pull it apart, it's quite crumbly. And this particular clay is a lot softer than the other one. So you can get, one's called Sculpey, Super Sculpey, which is like a beige color. It's kind of this color. This is Cos clay. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I like working with softer clays because I just like softer clays better. But yeah, sometimes I'll use Cos clay, which these are the little leopard gecko's feet. They're tiny. It's my leopard gecko. Yeah. So Cos clay is kind of like supposed to be a bendable clay. I haven't found it that successful, but maybe that's just me, my baking skills. But yeah, I haven't found it that successful just yet. We'll work it out though. All right, so I'm going to add a little slither to that side there just to bring it up to the thickness here. And I use my nails a lot too. What time is it there? It is 20 to 2 in the afternoon. All right, so I bulked out the sides a little bit. I'm way off. Where are you? Are you Europe? The States. What up? Thanks for following. What up? Not much. All right, so I'm going to carry on this here. Getting to the dicey stage. Oh, Cali. I've sent a lot of dolls to Cali. I reckon most of my dolls are in California. California. Best taste. Best taste in the States. Ah, thank you. We're getting there. Just doing a bit of work on the old Japanese dragon here. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. It always seems nice in Oregon. Like the woods seem really nice up there. Have I got that correct? I feel like I've learned so much about like US states from sending my dolls there. Yeah. It does look, and like New York State. Is it New York State or upstate New York? Is that right? That's leafy, I think. If I'm correct. Yeah. I've sent a few things to New York, like not New York City, but New York State. It's confusing. I'm not American, so that's the best I can do. Oh, all right. That's nice. Yeah, it looks really nice there. Oh, right. Yeah, I don't really know much about Missouri. I think I've sent something there before. But yeah, not a lot. It's mostly California. Texas. Done Texas before. Never Detroit, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. There's been so many. I'm trying to think of what I haven't done. I watched Pokemon this morning. That show's traumatizing. How can you sell that show to kids? We were traumatized as kids. They treat Pokemon so badly. No problem. Enjoy your sleep. But man, if they were like real life animals, it'd be like abuse. And I'm a Pokemon fan. But gee whiz. I ain't got nothing on those Disney shows though. The old Disney shows. Land Before Time. Why would they do that to us? Okay. Yeah. Blend that. That's better. A bit more bulky. And then I'll do some more flames and stuff. Not flames, hair and stuff there. I'm wondering if I should actually just do it out of material, to be honest. Just to incorporate that a bit. Decisions. I could do it out of hair, like fake fur. I could do it out of fur. Not this color, obviously, but I reckon that might look more realistic if I did it out of fur. Not sure. I'll probably have to bake it before that, though. Right. Smooth all this, and then wondering if I should bake that and then continue with it. It's getting a little bit difficult to sculpt. So I'm thinking I might have to bake that and then continue, but I'll have to just make the nose a bit cleaner and do these lip areas. So for the lippies, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I make it hairy? Oh, thank you. Zoomies cat. Okay. All right. Well, that is going to be it for me today. We'll do some more work tomorrow on the dragon. YouTube, I will catch you later. I'll be probably, I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow, but probably Sunday I'll be on. Yeah, keep your eyes peeled. But I'll catch you later.